Good morning, student. This video is in continuation with the chapter solid state. In the When we started the chapter solid state, we studied the introduction about solid, the types of the solid. There are mainly two types of solids: amorphous solid and the crystalline solid. And we also studied the characteristic properties of crystalline solid and the amorphous solid. Among the crystalline solids are classified mainly into four different types, or the crystalline solids are classified into four different categories. And first two categories we studied in the previous video, that is ionic crystals and the covalent network crystal. Now we see the next two crystals, that is a molecular crystal and the metallic crystal, the next two types of the crystalline solids. So now we study the next type, that is molecular crystal. So what is the meaning of molecular crystal? We also studied the characteristic properties of the crystalline solids. We know that crystalline solids, the particles in the crystalline solids are we know the characteristics of the crystalline solids. They have sharp melting point, and crystalline solids have sharp melting point, and the crystal and the constituent particles are arranged, or the arrangement is ordered, that is regular and periodic arrangement is present in the crystalline solids. So now we see the next type, that is molecular crystal. So what are the molecular crystal? The substances such as Cl2, CH4, chlorine, methane, H2, CO2, O2 on solidification gives the molecular crystal. Means when these substances on solidification, means when gaseous states get converted into solid state, that is on solidification of these substances, they forms the molecular crystals. And the crystalline organic compounds are also molecular solids. Crystalline organic, as we know the word organic compounds are the compounds which mainly contain carbon and oxygen in their structure. These compounds are called as the organic compound. So crystalline organic compounds are also the molecular crystals or molecular solids. Now we see the characteristics of molecular crystals one by one. So first point, the constituent particles of the molecular solids are molecules. The constituent particles are of the molecular solids are molecules, that is unbonded single atoms or unbonded single atom of the same substance. Means the first point is the constituent particles of the molecular solids are nothing but the molecules. Now second point, the bond within the molecules are covalent bond. The bond present in the molecular crystal is the covalent bond. The molecules are held together by various intermolecular forces of attraction, and the molecules in the molecular crystal or molecular solids are held together by various intermolecular forces of attraction. We studied in the standard 11th. Now we see the one by one. So first point is first intermolecular force of attraction is weak dipole interactions in polar molecules. So what are the polar molecules and non-polar molecules? Polar molecule means when there is a difference in the electronegativity of the two element, and when there is a difference in the electronegativity and the bond present is polar bond, such molecules are called as the polar molecules, because there is a difference in the electronegativity of the two atoms or two element, and due to the difference in the electronegativity the bond present is the polar bond. So such molecules are called as the polar molecules. And non-polar means there is no very much difference in the electronegativity, and the polar bond is not present, so such molecules are the non-polar molecules. So listen, first point, weak dipole interactions in polar molecules such as HCl, H2O, SO2 are the polar molecules because they contain the polar bond, and there is a difference, there is a very difference in the electronegativity of the two atoms, that is hydrogen and chlorine. There is a difference in the electronegativity. So such molecules are held together by weak dipole-dipole interactive forces. So now next, very weak dispersion or London forces. So in non-polar molecules, we know the non-polar molecules, the polar bond is not present in the non-polar molecules, and there is no very much difference in the electronegativity, such as solids, CH4, methane, H2, hydrogen gas. These forces are also involved in monoatomic solids. Very weak dispersion or London forces are also involved in the monoatomic solids like in the argon, neon. We know the argon, neon, these are the inert gases. These are present in the 18th group of the periodic table, and these substances are usually gases at the room temperature. We know all the inert all the elements present in the 18th group are all the inert gases at the room temperature. Next force or next intermolecular force of attraction is intermolecular hydrogen bond. In solids such as H2O, ice, means water in the solid state, that is ice, then ammonia, NH3, HF, hydrogen fluoride, and so forth. These in these molecules, the molecules are held by intermolecular hydrogen bond, that is intermolecular attractive forces. So now next point, that is third point, because of the, as we know, the weak intermolecular attractive forces are present in the molecular solids. Molecular solids are held together by weak intermolecular attractive forces, and because of the weak intermolecular attractive forces, the molecular solids are usually soft substances with low melting point. So the molecular solids are usually characteristic property of the molecular solids. They are usually soft substances with, and they also have low melting point. Now next character, these solids are, that is molecular solids are poor electrical conductor, and as they are poor electrical conductor, they are good insulators. These are the characteristic properties of the molecular solids. They are poor conductor of electricity. Due to the poor electrical conductors, they are good insulator. They are usually soft substances because of weak intermolecular attractive forces, and they also have low melting point. So now next and last type of the crystalline solid is the metallic crystals. As we all know, the metals are electropositive. They are electron deficient species, electropositive. So metallic crystal, these are the crystalline solids. Metallic crystal, these are the crystalline solid formed by the atoms of the same metallic element, means same metallic element constitute or the constituent structure contain the same metallic element held together by metallic bond, and the bond present is also the metallic bond. So now see, metallic bond in a solid metals, we know that metals are solid at the metals are present in the solid state. In solid metal, the valence electrons are delocalized over the entire crystal, leaving behind positively charged metal ions. We know that the metal ions are positively charged. They are electron deficient species. They are also electropositive because electrons are delocalized over the entire crystal, leaving behind the positively charged metal ions. Therefore, metallic crystals are often described as an array of the positive ions immersed in a sea of the mobile electrons. So, the attractive interactions between cations and anions, positively charged metal ions are called as the cations, and the negatively charged electrons are called as the anions. So the attractive interactions between the cations and the mobile electrons constitute the metallic bond. So metallic crystal contain metallic bond, and the crystalline solids formed by the atoms. So these are the crystalline solids formed by the atoms of the same metallic element. Now the metallic crystals have the following properties. Uh, Properties of the metallic crystals. We know the we all know very well about these properties. Metals are malleable. That is they can be hammered into thin sheets. Means thin sheets can be made from the metals. Metals are malleable. That is means they can be hammered into thin sheets. We can made the thin sheets from metals. The next or second point, metals are ductile. That is they can be drawn into wires. Means wires can be made from the metals. That is they are ductile. The property is known as ductility. The next is metals have good electrical and thermal conductivity. Have good electrical and thermal conductivity. The examples are metals such as sodium. Na is the symbol for sodium, potassium. Then Ca calcium, Li lithium, Fe iron. Then Au gold, Ag silver, and Co for the cobalt. So these all are the metallic crystals. So we studied total 4 types of the crystalline solids. That is first is the ionic crystal, then covalent network crystal, then third is the molecular crystal and the metallic crystal. So these all are the types of the crystalline solids.